gentlemen, there are no faint hearts in Fort Worth, and I appreciate you being here this morning. Ms. Kennedy is organizing herself. It takes longer, but of course she looks better than we do when she doesn't. We appreciate your welcome. This city's been a great western city, the defense of the West, cattle, oil, and all the rest. It has believed in strength in this city, and strength in this country. What we are trying to do in this country, we are trying to do around the world, I believe is quite simple, and that is to build a military structure which will defend the vital interests of the United States. And in that great cause, Fort Worth, as it did in World War II, as it did in developing the best bomber system in the world, the B-58, and as it will now in developing the best fighter system in the world, the TFX. Fort Worth will play its proper art, and that is why we have placed so much emphasis in the last 3 years in building a defense system second to none. Until now, the United States is stronger than it's ever been. It's in its history. And secondly, we believe that the new environment, space, you see, is also an area where the United States should be second to none. And this state of Texas, and the United States is now engaged in the rest concentrated effort in history to provide leadership in this area, as it must here on Earth. And this is our second great effort. And next December, next month, the United States will fire the longest booster in the history of the world, putting us ahead of the Soviet Union in that area for the first time in our history. And thirdly, for the United States to fulfill its obligation around the world requires that the United States move forward economically, that the people of this country participate in rising prosperity. And is a fact in 1962, in the first 6 months of 1963, the economy of the United States grew not only faster than nearly every Western country, which had not been true in the 50s, but also grew faster than the Soviet Union itself. That's the kind of strength the United States needs. Economically, space, military, and the final analysis, the strength depends on the willingness of the citizens of the United States to assume the borders of leadership. I know one place where they are here is in this ring, in Fort Worth, in Texas, in the United States. We're going forward. Thank you.
This is the first time since 1948 that a president has made an official visit to Dallas. Here comes the big jet ahead.
Here's a cheer going up now as a big jet lands with the United States of America on it. Oh, that's a beautiful ship, a 707, U.S. Air Force One. There it is. The President of the United States seal on the nose. And here comes the President of the United States. There's no trouble at all spotting Mrs. Kennedy with a bright pink dress, a wool dress, pillbox type hat.
Clear blue sky and a warm sun. Beautiful day now, just a beautiful day. Boy, this is something. The press is standing up high, getting a lot of shots of this. He's broken away from his plan and gone right up to the fence to shake hands with people. This is great for the people and makes the eggshells even thinner for the Secret Service, whose job it is to guard the man.
And the motorcade begins to move out. The President and the First Lady sitting in the back seat. As we said, the top is down. They are not using the bubble, so it'll be an open limousine parade. Immediately following the presidential limousine, a car loaded with Secret Servicemen. It is our understanding that the motorcade will be moving slowly enough so that everyone along the route will have a good look at the chief executive.
Thousands will be on hand for that motorcade now, which will be downtown Dallas. The president and his wife and party are going to be visible all through Dallas.
And here comes Jackie waving by, and Mr. Kennedy, radiant in that pink outfit.
Bob Huffaker is ready to come in from that point. What's happening down there, Robert?
The scene is gay down here with red, white, and blue bunting hanging all over Main Street. The Dallas Police Department is working with a fully augmented force to dispel any fear that unfortunate incidents do not occur on this trip.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry to inform you that at approximately 12:30 p.m., our President John F. Kennedy was shot and is now on his way to the hospital. Police are still looking for suspects, and we will keep you updated as soon as we get more news. Thank you.
President's wife, Jackie Kennedy, was not hurt. She walked into the hospital at her husband's stretcher side. That Governor Connolly was shot in the upper left chest, and the first unconfirmed reports say the president was hit in the head. That's an unconfirmed report that the president was hit in the head.
Senator Ralph Yarborough burst into tears just a few moments ago. Senator Yarborough said, "I saw a Secret Service man sitting on the rear of the presidential car and pounding the car with his hands in despair, anguish, and pain. I knew something horrible had happened."
No, I have not been charged with that. In fact, nobody has said that to me yet. The first thing I heard about it was when the newspaper reporters in the hall asked me that question.
You have been.
Sir?
You have been. What did you do in Rochester?
A police officer brought the rifle out. Foreign made, the press was told. Reporters were asking questions, newspaper photographers were hustling for better angles, television cameramen were feeding pictures, and one interested bystander was just looking on that Friday night. His name, Jack Ruby.
Kiss you stole